Mr. High Commissioner, distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, almost 8 years ago, the UN rose from the ashes of the World War II, representing a new commitment to global peace and security. Development and human rights, together with peace and security, form three pillars on which the United Nations area is built. More than ever, these three pillars are under threat, fueled by 120 armed conflicts worldwide. All this negatively affects the enjoyment of human rights, as well as the development of affected communities. Russian aggression against Ukraine is a clear example of obvious disregard of the UN Charter. Marking its third anniversary, we see the cracks that war has left in the UN foundations. At the same time, the UN Charter upholds states' right to individual or collective self-defense in response to aggression. Croatia remains committed to supporting Ukraine in every aspect, bilaterally, internationally, raising its voice against the aggression. Numerous reports show that rules of international humanitarian law are often not respected. There is no place for torture in human civilization, yet there is a credible evidence of torture of civilians and civilian detainees, prisoners of war, kidnapped children, and others. The Human Rights Council has a role to play in ensuring accountability for grave violations of international humanitarian law, especially in situations in which the Security Council is blocked. Mr. President, last year brought new opportunities and challenges for people in Syria who were caught in one of the longest recent conflicts. Systematic violations of women's and girls' rights in Afghanistan will have a damaging effect on personal freedoms and long-term development of the country. Brutal repression of civil and political rights, combined with strict control of the media in countries such as Belarus and Russia, shows that authorities fear democracy and opposition. The recent special session on the Democratic Republic of the Congo has relieved horrifying levels of brutality towards civilians, including horrendous levels of sexual violence, demanding accountability for the perpetrators. We welcome the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas and hope it will lead to the release of all remaining hostages held in Gaza. We acknowledge the important role of the International Committee of the Red Cross has played in the hostage release. Mr. President, due to the aggression against my country in the 90s, Croatia has had decades of experience in clearing landmines. Assisting affected countries and helping them in clearing landmines has been one of the cornerstones of our humanitarian efforts. We believe that human rights and humanitarian obligations of states should be part of the policies addressing the presence of mines, including through the implementation of the relevant international instruments. We are pleased to have joint efforts with our cross-regional partners in presenting a new resolution on the impact of landmines on human rights. Mr. President, Croatia is still searching for 1,782 missing persons vanished during the homeland war in the 90s. My country remains committed to find out their fate and whereabouts and strongly invites the other sides to enable access to the archives that could reveal their fate. Croatia is committed to the humanitarian nature of the issue of missing persons. Our efforts have been recognized within the Global Alliance for the Missing. We will continue to serve as devoted co-chairs along with Switzerland for the next 2 years. We are looking forward to the Universal Periodic Review later this year. We shall continue our work within the Human Rights Council and beyond on the universal promotion of these rights for all. Thank you.